Tonight, 3 Taylor Swift concerts dramatically cancelled with less than 24 hours' notice after police in Austria foiled a terror attack with targets including her shows there. In just the past few hours, her website telling fans tickets will be refunded, many sharing their disappointment.
All 3 nights of the Vienna Eras tour are now cancelled.
A lot of tears in the streets of young girls, and that breaks my heart to see.
Jean Montone travelled from New Jersey.
We made a whole Europe trip about it, and so it's definitely disappointing, but at this point I'm just excited to go home and see my babies.
Preparations had been continuing for her 3 era shows in Vienna, which were set to begin tomorrow, even as 2 men were arrested earlier today in connection with allegedly planning attacks in the city. One of them, a 19-year-old, who Austrian police say pledged his allegiance to ISIS and was focused on Taylor Swift's events. Officials say both men had become radicalized through the internet and had specific, detailed plans on how to carry out an attack. A bomb squad allegedly found chemical substances in the 19-year-old's home, but officials say it did not appear he had all the components needed to assemble a bomb. US officials warned just this year that ISIS was gaining the capability for renewed attacks on the West and American interests. In March, its Afghan offshoot, ISIS-K, took credit for 4 assailants storming a concert hall in Moscow, killing more than 140 people.
They saw a lot of press from it and probably a lot of funding coming from that. So they may probably want to duplicate it, especially with the name of the performer, that would just worldwide audience that you would get.
Music venues are a soft target. In 2017, 22 people, including children, were killed in a suicide attack outside an Ariana Grande concert in Manchester, England. And in 2015, coordinated attacks in Paris, including the Bataclan concert hall, killed 130 people. Austrian security officials had said the danger had been minimized, but tonight the event organizers saying in an Instagram post, "We had no choice but to cancel for everyone's safety."
And Keir is joining me now. What else are we learning about this investigation?
Well, tonight, Lester, 2 US officials tell NBC News that the hunt is underway for an individual or individuals who may have had knowledge of this apparent plot. How dangerous they were, in other words, their capability, not yet clear tonight, Lester.
All right, Keir Simmons, thank you. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.